going on, guys? This video is going to be kind of a vlog style because I got a bunch of stuff to get done, and I'm working even on a Sunday, boys. This YouTube thing is no joke. It's a grind. So we took this out yesterday, had a ton of fun with it. Didn't record, which you guys might not be happy to hear, but I honestly, like, my life is just 24/7 on this camera, so sometimes it's just nice to enjoy the car, which I'm sure you guys can understand, but at the same time, I know you guys want to see the content. But this thing was an absolute beast yesterday. It was hanging with some really high horsepower cars, and it was actually stretching its legs. It performed awesome, didn't have any issues. The only issues, I guess we could say, is these rear wheels, so we might get into that today because, as you guys know, they are bent, the tires aren't round, it's shaking pretty good in the back. So that's one thing we got to contend with. The other thing is I ordered another body control module for this thing because the one that's in it is a little bit weird, and I ordered another 2017 one because the original BCM, it had one of the circuits fried on it, and then I tried putting in a 2015 BCM and that was causing issues, so I just ordered another 2017 one so that I don't have to mess with that. Here's the old brake rotors. What else we got? We got a stage 2 upgrade kit from forced induction inner chillers right there. And then what we got over here obviously is our Corvette, but like I said, maybe not the most exciting thing, but just something that needs to be done. We have a ton of parts for this thing. If you guys look over there, those boxes, all those boxes are from Ride Tech. We got a huge upgraded sway bar. This thing is getting a ton of goodies this week, including a new fuel pump, hopefully new fuel injectors, and this thing has to be ready in like a month. Actually, almost less than a month because we have to leave pretty much a month today. So I gotta hurry up and get this thing working properly. But you guys know that this thing is absolutely filthy. It is just absolutely disgusting. So I'm gonna roll it out and take the wheels off, and I want to pressure wash all the suspension because we're going to be upgrading all the suspension bushings, all Delrin stuff with Ride Tech, upgraded sway bars, coilover kit, the leafs are coming out, or mono leafs, whatever. So I want to pressure wash this thing, that way it's ready this week for those videos. And yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. So let's get this out, pressure wash this thing, and see what else we get into. All right, so we're all geared up to clean this thing. Yes, there is jack stands underneath there, you guys, on all 4 corners. The wheels are off. This is what I was talking about. All this, just years of just nastiness. Not that it's gonna be perfect. It is a track car, but at the same time too, I just figured might as well. We're gonna have all this stuff apart, and like, look at just the grime on that. Like, that's an aluminum, bright aluminum front K member, and it is just black. So see if I can get some of that cleaned up. I don't know if you guys can see down there, it's just absolutely filthy all in here. So try to be as careful as possible. I'm not going to spray on the air filter, so just try to avoid as much areas, but let's try to get this thing somewhat clean. Here's the back. I'll show you guys kind of before and after. Like, just, this is all aluminum that's just brake dust and years of abuse and whatever. Look at this guy. What are you doing in there? Hey, look at him go. Where'd he go? Get going. Get. Look, he's not scared of nothing. What are you doing? There he goes. All right, so let's go ahead and clean this thing up. You guys see what it looks like now. And yeah, so all 4 corners are just disgusting. So it does have, I don't know if I showed you guys, it does have stainless steel brake lines, so it's got some decent upgrades. Hopefully we don't clean this guy up too much because he doesn't seem to want to move. But yeah, clean this up. I'm sure it'll come out way better. By the way, you guys, the Zycoat is still holding up so good. It still looks like a brand new exhaust on there after coating that with Zycoat. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check out the Zycoat video because our Hooker Blackheart exhaust is looking brand new still. All right, guys, a bunch of elbow grease later, and this thing is way cleaner. I don't know if you guys can see the shiny aluminum down there. Down here, these cleaned up somewhat. I mean, I could, you know, clean them as much as possible if I want to, but look at over there. You can actually see the aluminum K-member now. It's not just a black mess over there. Same thing with the other side here. Clean here, you can actually see the aluminum K-member now. Looking all decent. Like I said, I'm not trying to go for brand new by any means, but at least, you know, serviceable. It's not like it has to be polished or spotless, but it's just every time I touch this thing, there was just sludge on it. So, same deal with the back. Got this all cleaned up. You can see the aluminum on that rear subframe. But yeah, I mean, it's still kind of nasty looking. It's got just years and years of brake dust and whatever baked into it, but at least right now it's, you know, we can work on it without getting absolutely disgusting. So that's pretty much what I want to do with this. I'm going to throw the wheels back on it, bring it back down. I might try to rinse it off. It's kind of hard with the sun being out on a black car to wash it and then quickly roll it in to get the water spots off it, but I might try to do that anyways. We'll see. So let me get this back down, get this back in, and we'll move on to something else. All right, so car's in here, and ended up washing it. I couldn't help myself. Washed it out there, rolled it in, dried it off. A couple things. This badge was like peeling, so I just touched it and look, it disintegrated into a million pieces. Like, look at this. It is just completely coming apart. So like, look at that. So I'm just gonna pop it off, and then I'm gonna have to pop, because otherwise it's gonna be underneath. And then at the same time too, if you guys remember, this trunk lid, I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but this trunk lid came from another car. Has like imperfections, whatever, but originally when we got the car, it had this cheesy wing on it, and it had holes drilled for the wing. And then somebody wanted to buy the wing, and then we ended up switching deck lids. So he had an extra deck lid, which was this one. So we worked out a deal. You know, he gave me cash plus this deck lid for my deck lid and the wing. So this makes it so we don't have to fill any holes. But you can see here, it's really like the paint on this car isn't that bad. Like, it's really decent, but this is all faded out. So I'm gonna continue to pick off this emblem, and then I'm gonna polish all of this and just kind of clean it up a little bit, just since it looks very different right now. All right, you guys, I gotta stop before I get too carried away, because I just I did around the emblem. It was all faded around there. I'm gonna put I actually have a replacement emblem. I'm gonna put it over top, because I didn't know there was locating holes there. And then ended up just going to the top of the headlights, but you can see, like, it's so shiny. This is kind of a little more faded, but you could go ahead and do the entire car. But I did the front bumper just because, you know, it always gets blasted by stuff. There's a bunch of, like, you know, chips and stuff. Again, track car, but let's go ahead and do this back deck lid. Like, you guys can see, hopefully, just how hazy and whatever it is. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, so we got this emblem on here. It's just I don't know, somebody gave it to me. I think it's like an Amazon special, but I don't know, it looks good. It looks a lot better than that crusty old one. So we got a brand new emblem on the front here, and then check out the back, you guys. It cleaned up pretty decent. Can't really get rid of the deep scratches out of it, but at least we got rid of that weird haze. I don't know how it's coming out on camera, but looks decent. I'll take it for now. But like I said, this thing was just probably stored on its good side, and it's just got 5 million little nicks in it, but at least that weird haze is off it, and it's somewhat presentable for now. All right, so it is another day, and I'm just doing a vlog style for you guys, showing you guys what's going on. There's like 10 million things going on all at the same time. So right now, I've got the 426 stroker kit from MMX all kind of laid out here. We don't have the camshaft. We are putting a cam in this as well, but we've got the block over here ready to start measuring everything, getting the 426 installed into this brand new BGE block that is going into this truck with a 3-liter Whipple. If that's not enough, I'm also working on this car because we only have less than a month to get this ready for LS Fest, this pro-charged heads cam Corvette Z06, and I was just replacing the fuel pump. You guys are gonna laugh at this. You probably watched on the other video, but the fuel pump's right here. I took it out, and we actually have a Racetronics fuel pump setup that I have over here on this bench, and I was gonna go put it in, but if you guys can believe this, because I cannot believe this, comment down below. This is a fuel pump that somebody purchased off of Amazon. I'll put it up here on the screen. It's an $85 fuel pump. And somebody thought it would be a good idea to put it on a heads cam supercharger car. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? $85 fuel pump for a heads cam supercharged car. Because I went to put on this Racetronics, beautiful Racetronics part, by the way. So this is their aluminum basket with a 340 pump already installed, and you have to put it on there. But the problem is, because this is a cheap replica knockoff, all these pipes aren't even configured in the stock OEM configuration, and they've re-piped all this, and it's completely ass backwards from what an OEM pump would be. So I had to kind of halt my install, so I shuffled this to the side right now, and I had to order an OEM replacement, or one that actually is configured the same. It's actually a Delphi unit, but at least it's configured the correct way. It's absolutely brutal. Lots of other stuff. We got more BMR parts. So we've got Demon Killer springs here. So we're going to be putting that in, as well as a drive shaft loop from BMR. We've got fuel injectors for the Z06, and then you'll also notice this. So I just purchased this off eBay. So this is another body control module for that should hopefully fix all of our issues. Our trunk randomly popping open. I'll show you guys that. It's still doing it. So I've got the 2018 BCM in here, and just with this BCM, the trunk acts so weird. Watch this. If you guys haven't already seen this, it is the strangest thing. I had to disconnect the ground wire because watch, if I put the ground wire, which is supposed to be connected, this thing will automatically open itself. Hear that? As soon as you put the ground wire, look at it. If I connect this ground wire, this thing will just constantly open itself. So I had to leave that disconnected at least so I can close the trunk, but look at it, it just goes off by itself. But if I leave that disconnected, it behaves. And also my exhaust valves aren't working either, so I'm gonna go ahead. We got the other BCM in there. I'm gonna pop this one out, put the other one in, program it to all the settings that we have here, and hopefully I can connect that ground loop. Hopefully our exhaust valves start working. Hopefully, all sorts of stuff. It's just been absolute madness. So luckily it's not the worst job. It's not the most fun job, but there we go. Disconnected everything. Well, there we go. Here is the other one that we got off of eBay from a salvage yard. This is a 2018 unit. So let's put the 2017 one in here, and hopefully everything's happy for now. Probably can't see it because it's buried in here, but I promise the new one's in, new used one. So let's go ahead, reconnect our battery and reprogram it, and hopefully I got some good news for you guys. Let's see. We'll see if that trunk latch works all of a sudden. It's super weird, I'm telling you guys. Alright, I know you guys like listening to this thing just as much as I do, so anyways, it's back on. I don't know if the exhaust valves are working just yet, but at least the trunk isn't acting all weird, and see if we can get these exhaust valves to work. It still sounds super loud though, so I don't know if they are working or not. It's supposed to be open in track mode, and then closed in auto. I don't know that I notice any sound difference. Kind of have to wait for a few key cycles to see if this is going to throw a light or not. But just switching it here from track to auto, I don't know that I hear any difference. Yeah, I don't hear anything, you guys. I don't know. I'll cycle the key a few times here and see if it does anything different. Alright, so now like I mentioned, if I short this out, and what this is the switch to tell the trunk whether it's open or not. So this is literally me, this is me touching that terminal right here. It's telling it that the trunk is either open or closed whenever I give this a ground source, because it's literally a ground source for the switch in here. And this one, as you can see, you haven't heard it try to open itself. But on the 2018 computer, it keeps opening itself. So at least I can put this in here and put my clips back in, because it's been bugging me. I've kind of been leaving this hanging a little bit just because I had to keep this off and I knew I was going to be back in here. But I think now I can finally put this ground loop right there so that we can actually get our trunk light working properly. All right, so this is all back in. Trunk board, looks like I gotta clean that again. It was clean, I don't know how it got dirty, but now the trunk stays closed and it opens like it should. And we have a trunk light. So there we go. And then we got a PDR guy coming. He should be able to get most of this out. Different PDR guy. He said he can get a lot of this out, take out the tail light, even take off the back bumper and come through here and get all this out so that we can get it closer for paint, if you guys are wondering about that. And then he's also going to take out a lot of these little dents. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's like a dent there, and then there's like a dent here on the fender, kind of one there. So a bunch of little dents. He's going to take them all out. But let me go ahead, put this sill back in here, and maybe we'll revisit the 2018 body control module. If you guys are wondering why I was messing with that, it's because I can turn on other features that were available. So kind of every year has a certain feature set, and the newer the BCM you go, you can turn stuff on. So I was able to turn that on, but then I had the issue with the trunk and maybe the exhaust valves. So I'm going to shelf this for now. We might revisit it later, see if I can figure out why my trunk was acting weird with this one. But regardless, at least the car works properly with the 2017 one. All right, check these out, you guys. These things are so badass. So we didn't have carpets in here, and now we got brand new Hearst carpets. These are gonna look so good. So it's got all four. I'll link these down below for you guys. I'm pretty excited about getting these in. I was gonna just get the regular, you know, SRT ones, but I thought I wanted to be a little bit different. Since this car is more spicy than a normal Hellcat, I figured we gotta do something a little different. Let me get these in here. These are gonna look so sick. Look, we even got brand new rears too. So this is all four mats. Guys, well, I gotta get back to building this motor, waiting for some parts to show up for the vet so we can put this back together and get continuing on the tune. That explains why it was over fueling down low and then under fueling up top. Was because it had a cheap no-name fuel pump in it. Go figure, right? Some people just shouldn't modify cars. I don't know what else to say, but anyways, I'm gonna get back to getting this together. I've got everything laid out. So if you guys are curious on this, I'm making a full complete video on the short block build. If you guys want to see another short block build that's already out right now, we did the complete 6.2, so we fully built that engine in there if you guys don't already know, and I have that complete video series on showing the short block build as well as the top end and getting everything in there. So anyways, give it a thumbs up before you take off. Go check out Shop Boosted. We've got parts, merch, consultations, whatever you need. Head over, go check out Shop Boosted, see what we're offering over there if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next video.